What up, guys? Today we're diving in and talking about local muscle endurance and how it's commonly a limitation in the sport of fitness. So throughout the years that I've had the opportunity to coach and develop athletes in CrossFit, I've noticed that, of course, the trend and the common theme is to train intensity. It's beautiful to put two opposing movements together where you have a tremendously high power output like thrusters and pull-ups, Fran, like ring dips and squat cleans, Elizabeth. And there are so many others that I can name where your limitation is essentially your ability to breathe and your ability to tolerate the burn that takes place in your muscles. And while that's good, in fact, it can be great, it can move the needle for your fitness, it's really important for us to understand that when we see, especially athletes at that mid-tier level and beyond, create separation amongst each other, it's often dictated on LME, or local muscle endurance, because it's so overlooked in our sport. And what I want you to think about is a traditional hero workout, something like JT, for example. JT is a workout that goes 21, 15, 9, and it's actually ring dips, handstand push-ups, and push-ups. It's constantly a press here, a press down, and then a press horizontally. Your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps build ridiculous blood flow and ridiculous lactate to the point of muscle failure. Now, instead of you being gassed and out of breath, you're just upset that you can't do the next rep. Without proper planning for this, without proper breaking up in strategy, and without actually having practiced that amount of pressing in high volume back to back to back to back in your previous past or training leading up, you're gonna be just laying on the ground really upset that you can't do another RX push-up, and in fact feel a little bit embarrassed. So when it comes to development from a philosophy standpoint as a coach, what you'll notice in the program of True Competitor, as we exit the preparatory phase in the off-season, that initial phase where we're kind of just building our base to really start to focus in a little bit more specifics of the sport of fitness or CrossFit specifically, or play more often, you'll notice that I love to pull and pull, or press and press, meaning that there might be supersets or giant sets that exist, but you'll be surprised at how we apply scaled movements amongst RX movements and apply scaled movements as the primary focus of your work for the day. For example, when is the last time that you got on your knees to do push-ups on purpose? When is the last time that you added a band to do pull-ups or ring dips? When is the last time that you put the rings, instead of hanging from straps, you hang them from bands from the pull-up rig so that you could do hundreds of ring transitions or simulations of ring muscle-ups without having the setback or the physiological duress to make you sore for days? Because if you haven't done those things, then I would challenge how much you're actually trying to train your local muscle endurance and develop that. Your body's ability to shuttle lactate after it's already done something very difficult is going to limit your development as an athlete. And I would say that this is not being practiced in gyms throughout the country and throughout the world at a higher enough rate. You can train someone that's very sedentary and only does CrossFit 4 days a week, lives a relatively active lifestyle as well, and help them break through plateau after plateau by scaling them back in progressions, doing more reps, and developing a broader base of contraction potential. This is something that we practice with True. Today I wanted to give you guys a general layout and just a general description of where my mind is as a programmer and how we start to apply some of these methodologies. So I hope this is a video that you can kind of take and at least creates some form of thought and maybe challenges the common vernacular of, do we always need to push intensity and have opposing muscle groups and opposing movement methods? Yes, that's important. And of course that can be a limitation as well, but the one that is most overlooked is your ability to train local muscle endurance, and you'll be getting dosed up with plenty of that working with this guy. So come join our team if you want a little bit of a change. And hey, if this doesn't make you want to join the team, at least consider dabbling in pulling with pulling, pushing with pushing, squatting with squatting, and making those redundant type patterns more present in your training specifically.